Right now, new photos of the 400-acre fire burning across central Wisconsin this morning. How much of it is contained at this hour?
Plus, a rare recall election over solar panels. Why a local county supervisor could lose his seat.
And some of us saw some rain overnight. Right now, though, Doppler track is clear, but we do have more chances of rain. We'll take a look coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Boy, a beautiful sunrise behind us, huh?
It would be nice if we would get some rain, though, widespread for all of us.
Kelly doesn't want any of this sun.
Yeah, well, I like the sun, but, you know, I'd like to see some rain as well. We did get a little bit of rain for some, unfortunately, not a lot. Right downtown Madison saw some rain. We'll take a look at who got some of that beneficial rain last night. All of us have a chance, though, tomorrow of seeing some widespread rain. But right now, it's going to be quiet. We got the sun out. As mentioned, it is a beautiful sunrise. And it's going to be warm. Temperatures in the 80s going into much of next week. The only change will be tomorrow because we have a pretty good shot of seeing widespread rains. This will be coming in about this time tomorrow morning and throughout the morning hours. Looks pretty wet before clearing up in the afternoon. Another decent chance of seeing some rain on Friday. So hopefully we get that rain because after that it's looking dry this weekend and much of next week. In fact, we could be talking about temperatures near Thursday by the later part of next week. Right now it's 65 in Madison. We actually had a really weak cold front pass through, and that's what produced some of those showers last night. We just don't have any moisture in the air, no humidity. A lot of sunshine today as we climb up to around 80 just after noon, 84 expected this afternoon with that sunshine. So once again, you need the sunglasses this morning. Some of the cars might be spotted up with some of that rain that we had overnight, mainly in the downtown area. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine today. That good chance of rain tomorrow. We'll see how much rain we can expect in the first morning forecast coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Crews continue to monitor a pallet fire after nearly 400 acres of land burned near Coloma.
Our Shane Hogan is here now with how officials believe this fire started and the evacuation efforts this morning. Shane.
Yeah, Chris, this morning, 99% of the fire has been contained. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources has fire crews and local agencies on the scene of the pallet fire. Now, these are some of the photos of the flames that viewers sent our way yesterday. Some of the people that were evacuated because of the fire took place in a shelter community center in that area. Now, about 30 people were there. Many of the people who live in this area were frightened about what this could mean for their houses.
They want to see what's going on at home because we haven't had much of any information of if it's still standing or not. And of course, the Amish that are here, it is all of their livestock. It is everything to them. And they just had to pick up their kids and come down here.
Even though the fire is 99% contained, the DNR says there are still reports of unburned fuel burning inside the perimeter. Now, the DNR says also that weather conditions heightened the risk of fires. Those include warm temperatures, low humidity, strong winds, and that dry plant life. Let's take a live look now at the burn map here. That dry vegetation is a consequence of the drought that we've been seeing and covering here for a few weeks now. Here is the DNR's fire danger map. We can see that Dane County is in a high fire danger zone, as is Columbia, Juneau, and Sauk counties. Now, most of Wisconsin is in that moderate fire danger zone, including Dodge and Richland County. Waushara County, where the wildfire happened yesterday, is in that same category of fire danger that we are experiencing here in Dane County. The DNR says there were 11 other wildfires yesterday that it was able to suppress. So this is a continuing issue right now, but thankful for those crews able to put those fires out yesterday.
Credit to all the first responders for knocking this fire down and getting it under control as fast as they did. We first learned about it early afternoon yesterday. And by yesterday evening, 400 acres was almost all under control. That is impressive and a huge save there for all the firefighters who responded. Shane Hogan, thanks a lot.
We are following breaking news this morning. At least 5 people are dead after a helicopter carrying tourists crashed near Mount Everest in Nepal. Earlier this morning, the helicopter was reported as missing. It's said to be carrying a total of 6 foreign nationals. It's not clear whether any of those tourists were U.S. citizens. We'll bring any new information we get from this breaking news throughout the show this morning. You can also get real-time updates that we push through our News 3 Now news app. You can download it in your app store.
6:04 now. We have an update on that car crash that killed a longtime Northwoods League umpire in Waushara County. Wisconsin State Patrol has confirmed that the victim was 29-year-old Connor McKenzie. Mackenzie was the passenger ejected from an SUV that rolled over along I-39 Sunday. Team officials say Mackenzie was supposed to call Sunday's Mallards game, which was subsequently canceled. He was on his way to Warner Park when he was killed. 2 umpires traveling with him were also hurt. Yesterday, all Northwoods League games held a moment of silence in Mackenzie's honor.
Happening today, Senator Ron Johnson will hold a hearing over the proposed PGA Live Golf merger. The PGA Tour's chief operating officer and board members will testify before the subcommittee on investigations, of which Johnson is a ranking member. This proposed merger has brought criticism against PGA for partnering with the Saudi-backed Live Golf, that country, of course, known as one of the world's worst human rights abusers. There's also concern the merger breaks antitrust law here in the U.S. The hearing is scheduled to start at 10 this morning.
Take a look at your screen here, folks. Do you recognize this dog? Madison police are investigating after someone reported their 4-month-old French bulldog was stolen from their home. It happened on Woodview Court on Madison's south side Thursday evening. The bulldog is named Cardi. Anyone who thinks that they have seen this dog or has any idea where she could be, please call Madison Area Crime Stoppers, or you can go to p3tips.com.
We have a First Warn traffic update for you. The city of Monona is about to begin work on the Lagoon du Sud Bridge soon. Here's a map of this area. This is near the Winnequa boat launch on Lake Monona. Belle Isle residents living south of Nishishin Trail should expect some daytime travel delays. And then if you're visiting Oneida Park here, parking spots there will be temporarily unavailable. Traffic is going to be reduced to 1 lane around that construction site for the time being.
Some Wisconsin State troopers hitching a ride with semi-truck drivers this week. It's all a part of an initiative called Trooper in a Truck. It's also part of Operation Safe Driver Week. So they're trying to reduce the number of crashes involving large trucks. Wisconsin averages about 7,000 crashes involving commercial trucks every year. In 2022, 73 people died in those incidents. So troopers are going to be riding along with truck drivers and looking for distracted drivers and other traffic violators.
All right, it's 6:06 now. New video of extreme weather in the Northeast this morning. Take a peek. The governor of New York is saying that the historic flooding in the Hudson Valley is really starting to become part of life for people there now. The flooding left at least 1 woman dead after she was swept away by floodwaters. In Vermont, a state of emergency there called as 8 inches of rain fell on Monday alone. Nearly the entire state was under a flash flood warning. Water rescue teams are calling this a catastrophic event.
This will probably be the most significant incident since Tropical Storm Irene that we responded to.
Multiple extra rescue crews from out of state are now being sent in to help. First responders in the state say it's not over yet. They're still preparing for the worst that's yet to come. Happening today back in Wisconsin, a rare summer recall vote in Columbia County. It's over County Supervisor Adam Hahn and his support for solar projects in the area. There are a handful of solar farm projects currently in the works in Columbia County. That includes the High Noon Solar Project. Back in March, the county board voted 14-10 to ask the state to deny this project. Hahn voted against the resolution, so in support of the solar project. Challenger Derek Granquist is running against the incumbent. Granquist has not returned requests for comment.
President Biden, meantime, is in Lithuania this morning for a key NATO summit set to start today. On the agenda, accepting Sweden into the alliance. This comes after other members held up their nomination. Turkey is now reversing course and backing the country's request to join. Meanwhile, President Biden will meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's also pushing for an invite into NATO.
We cannot admit Ukraine into NATO immediately. That would put us at war with Russia under Article 5 of the United Nations.
What we need to do is focus on making sure Ukraine wins the war. And of course, the result of that war will have a lot to do with whether Ukraine gets into NATO.
The articles of NATO say an attack on one member means an attack on every member. That means if Ukraine gets into NATO before the war against Russia is over, all NATO allies would be at war with the Kremlin. President Biden has previously supported a path to eventual membership for Ukraine, but says now is not the time.
Rudy Giuliani is negotiating a resolution to a defamation lawsuit this morning. 2 former election workers from Georgia are suing him, saying his false public statements caused them severe emotional distress during the 2020 election. More details on the potential settlement are expected in court today. Giuliani also dealing with 2 disbarment proceedings and interest from special counsel Jack Smith's office.
Time right now, 6:09. Good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Breiter. Ahead this morning, from a basement business to an on-site location, we're taking you to a dog trainer's new location in the 608 follow-up.
And ahead in sports, a former Badger looking to make a big leap in his second year in the NBA.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Here at Precision, we are veteran owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Ashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Imagine life without that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. Now there's an amazing non-invasive medical option available here. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery, no steroids. A natural solution that helps restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. Don't spend one more day in pain. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Learn more about these non-surgical procedures at QC Kinetics.
I think my journey with starting the Latin hip hop class, it creates a lot of self-confidence. Just come to the classes. Do it for yourself, because I can talk all I want about how great this class is, but once you go there, something changes with yourself. You feel like you're on top of the world. The energy is infectious. Once you're in that class, you're just addicted to go back. You want to see, where else can I push myself? I want to just be better. Together we can, for a better tomorrow.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
When your travel adventure is more of a misadventure, it matters where you stay.
And here's some warm DoubleTree cookies.
DoubleTree by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're in the 608 with follow-up on a local woman working to make a difference in the dog training world.
And maybe some inspiration to adopt a dog.
Yeah, why not?
Yes, some cute pups in this story. Josh Breiter's here now with a follow-up story to one of your firsts that you did at the 608, Josh.
Yeah, guys, you'll remember we first brought you this piece 2 years ago on Copper Ridge Dog Training. What was once a quote-unquote basement business now has a brand new on-site location in Madison. Photojournalist Mark Schilling takes us inside.
Good boy! We started out of the home, which was great because during COVID, we needed to stay small. When we were getting more requests than we had space for, we started scheduling months out. And so we hired a full-time staff, we got her trained up, and then we were like, okay, we're ready to move forward. My goal was always to build a team, have a facility where we could really bring people in and train a large amount of dogs. And having this space allows us to do that now. My dog's name is Copper. When I got him, he was really reactive. He had a lot of separation anxiety. So I dealt with a lot of the stress that these families deal with. I want them to see that you don't have to just feel stuck with these behaviors. You can enjoy the dog the way that you would like to, and we can help you get there. Day training we're actually the first program in the state to offer this program. It's essentially like school for dogs. You drop your dog off in the morning, they train all day with us, and then we send them home in the evening. During that process, we're doing all the heavy lifting of teaching the dogs all of their commands, any skills that they need to learn.
Augie, come. Good boy.
But then the family every week is getting a lesson. So we're bringing them right along and saying, here's what your dog is practicing. Here's what we want you to go home and practice tonight. And it gives dogs so much more freedom and joy in their lives. They're able to get out of the house if they can walk well on leash. They're able to go to their family's outings and their kids' soccer games if they have these skills to listen around distractions and to just follow their family around in their activities. Everybody ends up having more fun. This is our graduate wall. These are all dogs that we have worked with and have completed our programs, either our day training or our private lessons or our puppy programs. Augie and Nico, they were a really fun pair. They came from the same family. Really nervous dogs, really anxious, and so it was really fun to take two dogs from the same household and teach the family how to work with just two very different energies and attitudes, and help them just develop them into really fun dogs that they can take everywhere. It's really fun to look at this wall and just be reminded of all of the dogs that we've worked with and the families that we've been able to build relationships with.
Trixie, you are so cute.
So cute. That was photojournalist Mark Schilling with that story. Coming up this Saturday, July 15th, Copper Ridge will be having an open house from 9 a.m. to noon. So if you're interested, you can go to this link at channel3000.com. Chris and Leah, this was one of my first stories in the 608 back in early 2021. There was still snow on the ground. I remember we shot it at Elver Park. And just to see how far Allison has come with her business is pretty incredible. And that's just one of the reasons that makes living here so wonderful, guys, in the 608.
You love to see it, Josh.
Sure do.
You really do. What a success story. I mean, especially crawling your way out of the pandemic, like having the guts to start something like that.
Absolutely.
At that time frame, kudos. Good job. All right, thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email.
All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka. He's out on the patio. How's it feeling out there, Kelly?
You know, I just noticed a little bit of a breeze picking up, and I noticed the humidity dropped just a tad, and that's behind a cold front that is slicing through the Badger State. Produced a little bit of rain for some. Unfortunately, most of us did not see it, and you can see right now, all that rain is now pushed well down to our south into parts of Illinois. And it looks like it'll be quiet for the rest of today. Rainfall amounts, I kind of zipped through that really quick, but I want to show you who got the rain, and it wasn't a lot of us. It did rain in the downtown Madison area, picking up maybe a half of an inch of rain, but you can see how narrow that strip of rain passed through the area. You might have heard some thunder that may have woke you up overnight. But right now we're going to be quiet today with high pressure building in from the north. But you see that area of rain over Montana, the Dakotas? That's a system that will arrive late tonight, well after midnight. About this time tomorrow morning, we'll start to see some scattered showers move through, and a pretty good shot of seeing some rain for all of us come tomorrow morning. So we just got to hang tight. It looks like we will have a shot for seeing some rain, and boy, do we need it. I tell you what, for the month we've had just 3/4 of an inch of rain. We are at a deficit for the month of July, but look at the deficit for the last couple of months going back into June 1st. We're almost 5 inches of a deficit. We haven't even had 2 inches of rain here in Madison, and for the year to date we're over half a foot below schedule. We do have some rain chances. The best chances are going to be coming in later tonight and tomorrow morning. That looks like the best chance of the next 10 days. A pretty decent shot of seeing some rain on Friday. Otherwise, the chances look pretty slim. So we've got a couple of chances of seeing some rain headed our way this week, and hopefully we can get some beneficial rains. I don't think it'll be drought buster, but you know, we'll take what we can get. Maybe a half to 3/4 of an inch in Madison. Could be closer to an inch as you get toward the Illinois border. A little bit less where they really need it, just to the north and west into parts of the Wisconsin River Valley. Today, temperatures in the mid-80s, not as hot as yesterday, but still a warm day. And we're looking at back to sunshine temperatures in the mid-80s today. That good chance of rain tomorrow will be the cool day of the next 10. Another shot for some rain, it looks like, on Friday. Right now, 65 in Madison, 51 in Camp Douglas, 63 in the Adells. So sunshine today, temperatures warming through the upper 70s at the noon hour. Should be topping out in the mid-80s, very seasonable for this time of July. It's tomorrow morning. That's when we'll have this cluster of showers and storms. The heaviest rains looks to be just across southern Wisconsin toward the Illinois border. A little bit less amounts to the north. That'll be mainly in the morning hours. Then everything should be pushing on to the east by the afternoon. But that rain will keep our temperatures down quite a bit tomorrow. So a good chance for some rain tomorrow, especially the morning hours. Slight chance on Thursday. A better shot of seeing some rain on Friday. The weekend looks dry, and then we're going to be heating up next week, upper 80s to low 90s.
Johnny Davis burst onto the scene during his second season at Wisconsin and went on to be the Big Ten Player of the Year, won both the Lute Olson Award and the Jerry West Award, and was a top 10 pick in the NBA draft. And he's hoping to recreate the jump he made during year 2 with the Badgers, but this time with the Wizards in the NBA. Davis says the key to doing that, staying confident in his abilities.
My main thing going into the season is just stay confident in myself. You know, I feel like the reason why I didn't play last year and the reason why I kind of fell off was I just lost that confidence in myself. So, you know, whether the ball goes in or not, just always stay confident in my shot, confident in my game, and just keep moving. You know, coming from being in Wisconsin, you know, my whole life and then moving to a new environment, you know, new league, you know, new faces, you know, it just took me a while to adjust, but I feel like I'm, you know, kind of starting to grow into it.
The MLB draft continued Monday, and we didn't have to wait too long for one of our own to be taken on day 2. Christian Opper was selected in the 5th round by the Chicago White Sox. The Columbus standout clocked 98 miles per hour on his fastball and struck out 76 batters in 53 1/3 innings while pitching for Gulf Coast State. Last year, Opper was the top pitching prospect coming out of Wisconsin and was drafted in the 11th round by the Oakland A's. And less than 2 weeks after being suspended from the Wisconsin football team, Jordan Turner has been reinstated. The junior linebacker can now practice and play as normal. Turner was suspended after being cited for an OWI last month. He's coming off a sophomore campaign where he posted 68 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. It is Amazon Prime Day. Coming up, how you can save big on some top products this week.
Yeah, our favorite products coming up after the break.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Skip the wait. Get your kids' glasses made the same day, only at Stanton Optical.
Righty, Chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Kevin got this little guy hopping around.
What's going on here?
Trail.
Just having a nice little morning snack.
That's how I look like when I'm eating.
Eyes half closed, just
more
anything
baby.
in.
Except I don't eat veggies, but KCG, gorgeous picture. Thanks for sharing. What does your morning look like? Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning so we can find and share our favorites.
All right, Shane's here with what's trending today. Shane.
Yeah, that's right. It's Amazon Prime Day officially kicking off today. That's when Prime members have 48 hours to exclusive deals. And a lot of great deals. We've all been kind of on our phones checking out some deals, maybe throwing some things in the cart this morning. Now, they will have new deals dropping every 30 minutes. So if you feel like you missed one, there might be one coming right up for you. Deals on top brands like Dyson and Theragun, Frigidaire if you want something big and expensive. Amazon is also offering invite-only deals for products that they think are going to sell out fast. So you have to request an invite in order to purchase those goods. I thought that was pretty interesting. You do have through tomorrow for Amazon Prime Day, but there's a lot of good stuff on there. Luggage was a big thing that I noticed, had some good deals. You know, a lot of kitchen supplies, that kind of thing. So,
what are you looking at, Leah?
Yeah.
I'm looking at luggage right now. You guys know I'm going to Chile, but it's still like pricey.
Yeah, I mean, things are expensive.
57% off.
But I mean, the deals are really good. So, you know, see what you can find out there.
What do you got?
I put an order in for some Lincoln Logs today.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Someone's gonna have, someone's getting some dad points.
Yankee Candle over here.
I thought about it.
Big spender.
It's cheap. Why not?
All right, hey, coming up, we're going to see what our next chance of some rain is. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Pick and Save, we invest in Wisconsin farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
Sometimes it takes a different approach.
Hey, that's Mrs. Johnson, right? Great.
To see the possibilities all around you.
Almost 10. You gonna have a big birthday party? Right, are you feeling okay?
With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, you can earn your nursing degree without putting life on hold. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines with unlimited data for just $90 total.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 lines for $90 a month, plus 4 free phones. US Cellular, built for us.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Pick and Save, we invest in Wisconsin farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Mopping up is the term that we use to make sure that all those areas of fire out.
Well, the bulk of the firefighting is finished in Waushara County this morning, but there is still some work to do. We're going to lay out the next steps.
It was lower than it should have been, and the district knew that.
Plus, taxpayers in Monroe bitter about a school referendum still. We'll share what happens next with the plans for a new high school.
And here's your first look outside this morning. We are looking at a next chance of some rain after a lot of folks missed out last night, Kelly.
Yeah, that's right. We did have a little bit of rain in the Madison area, but a lot of folks did not get it. And right now it's clear, but we are looking at another chance of rain later tonight. More coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast. Yeah, hit or miss last night with that rain. The first question you had for me this morning is, did you get any rain last night?
We didn't see any. You did get some rain.
Oh, yeah.
And you were woken up by the lightning.
Yeah, the lightning and thunder kind of got loud there for a time downtown Madison, but unfortunately a lot of folks did not see this. And we're not going to see any more rain today. It looks like it's going to be quiet. We've got the sun coming out. You might start to know some of the smoke coming in behind a cold front, some of that smoke from those wildfires up in Canada. But otherwise, it's going to be a lot of sunshine today, and temperatures are going to warm up into the mid-80s, and we'll be warm right through next week. The only cool day will be coming in tomorrow because we have a good chance of seeing some widespread rains across all of southern Wisconsin, primarily about this time tomorrow morning through the morning hours, and then another chance, a decent chance of seeing some widespread rain on Friday. Looks like we'll be heating up, so hopefully we get this rain this week because next week chances look pretty slim and we'll be up close to 90. 65 right now in Madison. It's even cooler up to the north. Camp Douglas at 51, 53 in Wautoma. Do have that northerly wind that's keeping that humidity low. We'll look at mostly sunny skies throughout the day, and once again you might notice that haze from some of the smoke from those wildfires with those northerly winds coming in from Canada. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s today, not quite as warm as yesterday, but still a warm sunny day. By the noon hour we should be in the upper 70s with that north wind less than 10 miles per hour. More on that chance of rain, how much we can expect tomorrow coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, sounds good, Kelly. Thank you. Now to our big story of the morning, a large fire. A large area of land after that fire yesterday in Waushara County is still closed this morning.
Our Shane Hogan is here with what we know so far. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Leah. That's right. We're going to start, though, by taking a look at this satellite footage. You can see here this plume of smoke. That's from that wildfire near Coloma being picked up by satellite. That just shows how big of a fire it was. So what we know so far this morning, the fire has burned 400 acres of land in Waushara County, and as of about 10 p.m. last night, that is now 99% contained. Now, this is what we saw from the Coloma Fire Department. Crews still not sure what started that fire or if there were any injuries, but the Department of Natural Resources giving us some information about what we can expect from a fire this size.
So what's usual in Wisconsin, we can have some large fires, but typically they are contained within a day. That is what's normal for Wisconsin. So the area will remain closed. Firefighters will be working to make sure that they'll be checking on houses, they'll be putting out hot spots, and mopping up is the term that we use to make sure that all those areas of fire out. So we are looking at the public not being allowed in that area. It's going to be some time.
Well, that mopping up continuing. Now, that pallet fire traveling northeast and reported erratic fire behavior due to those gusty winds and, of course, the continuing drought conditions. Now, officials say the cause of this fire is still under investigation, but 99% contained. That's the good news this morning.
Unbelievable. You could see it from satellite. And there were several other fires across Wisconsin yesterday.
Yeah, officials saying they put out 11 wildfires just yesterday alone, along with this big one here in Coloma. So very busy day on tap as those drought conditions are still affecting most of Wisconsin.
Shane Hogan, thank you very much. Hey, we're keeping an eye on some rain chances this week that could change the dry conditions we're seeing across Wisconsin. You can stay on top of that forecast too by downloading the First Warn Weather app.
Looking ahead now, plans for a new high school in Monroe are moving forward, but some taxpayers still feel duped by the referendum to pay for it. The district held an informational meeting last night to go over the next steps, which includes a location for a new high school. Voters have already approved this $88 million plan, but it ended up costing them hundreds of dollars more a year than what was advertised.
The referendum was voted passed by the general population. The money was borrowed. The money was long-term invested. The school district is going to build a school.
The information that was put out was incorrect. It was lower than it should have been, and the district knew that.
You may remember some of our reporting on this. It prompted an apology from the district to its voters for misleading advertisements about the referendum. Next step here, big one. It's a public vote on the new site of the high school in Monroe, which is scheduled for Monday at 6:30 in the evening at the current high school gym.
An update now. Madison police are investigating after an unresponsive man was pulled from Lake Monona yesterday. Officers and fire crews called to John Nolan Drive and North Shore Drive downtown just before 6 for a report of a person in the water. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. Police are still investigating to figure out what happened.
Madison police also searching for a suspect accused of using a golf club to beat up two men. Officers say it happened on the city's north side on Ridgeway Avenue shortly after midnight yesterday. Officers say it appears that person and the victims know each other. Officers are looking for that suspect, who they say they already know as well. And when caught, that person will face tentative charges of battery while armed, disorderly conduct while armed as well.
An informational session is planned for tomorrow with an apartment complex that could replace the Vintage Sports Grill downtown. Pretty popular space. This is the building that would replace it. It's slated for University Avenue. It would feature commercial space on the first floor and 33 apartment units above. The goal is to meet the rising demand for housing in that area. If it's approved, construction would start next spring and finish up in 2025.
It's an important day in Milwaukee. The Common Council will vote tonight on whether or not to implement that 2% sales tax that would save the city from bankruptcy. But at the same time, it would raise costs for the lower and middle class. Of the 15 alders in Milwaukee, 10 yes votes are needed to pass the sales tax. If it passes, households in the city would pay hundreds of dollars more a year. But if it fails, over 1,000 fire, police, and city employees would be laid off. Residents oppose the tax, seeing it as a legislative strong-arm tactic to push around the city. The Milwaukee fire chief said, we can die on principle, or we can keep our head above water and fight another day.
New this morning, the U.S. Air Force is delaying bonuses and some moves because of a budget shortfall. The organization says it has higher than predicted personnel costs. So now most moves scheduled after this month are on hold. Bonus payments for re-enlistment and incentives for difficult assignments are also on pause.
340,000 employees at one of the nation's largest shipping companies, UPS, would be on strike in just a few weeks, which might cause some major problems for the supply chain industry. Contract negotiations going on right now between UPS and the union representing employees. They are at a standstill, though. 97% of unionized employees voted in favor of going on strike if deal isn't reached by the end of the month. The general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters wants UPS to reward its employees for working through the COVID-19 pandemic.
If it wasn't for the part-timers, if it wasn't for the full-timers, this country wouldn't have ran through the pandemic. And UPS made $100 billion, so they certainly can afford to reward these people that made them a tremendous success.
UPS and the union have already agreed on a number of items, but the Teamsters Union is still looking for increased pay for both full and part-time workers. UPS claims, meantime, that the Teamsters have stopped negotiating and calls its proposals historic.
Around the state, a new survey finds Wisconsin's Lambeau Field is on the list for favorite landmarks for marriage proposals. The photo book design website Mixbook surveyed singles and asked which landmarks are best for popping the question. Number 1 is in California. It's Sunset Cliffs National Park in San Diego. 7 Wisconsin locations making the list, though, the highest being Lambeau Field at 128. Old Brick Botanical Gardens here in Madison is 144 on the list. The Milwaukee Art Museum comes in at 161.
I'm so surprised that there aren't locations here in the state that ranked a lot higher than this.
I agree with that. And I'm also, not that Lambeau isn't a beautiful monument, I'm a little surprised that's the highest Wisconsin one.
Right? I don't know.
That's maybe a sign of where we live.
True. Right. Like we're going to get a lot of proposals on dairy farms and Quick Trips and Culvers.
Quick Trips and Culvers. Maybe Menards. Throw Menards in there. I'd be happy with that.
You would be.
I would be. That's very Wisconsin. Sign me up.
You would
as
be.
long as I get a spicy chicken sandwich or a Curter burger. One of the two.
A girl can dream. Girl can dream. You know, I have a lot of fun playing games with my family, board games, card games, the like. Coming up, we're going to have another good reason to consider more family game nights.
And we did see a little bit of rain for some overnight. Right now it is quiet, but we do have more chance of rain in our forecast tomorrow. The first warn forecast coming up.
Plus, from a basement business to an on-site location, we're taking you to a dog trainer's new location in an In the 608 follow-up.
Precision is an excellent company. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure how to put it together.
It's kind of one of those things that I personally take pride in, making sure that the people make the right decision.
We highly recommend Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
Why are there 2 extra seats? Are we getting 2 Great Danes? I know, giant Uncle Dane and his giant beard. Maybe a dragon. Twin sisters! And one is a robot and one is a knight. And I'll be on the side of the octopus.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a 2-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Bodies summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Like that bomb went off.
I'm on the scene of an explosion.
By the next morning, it had gone out of my account. Scammers have new tricks up their sleeve all the time.
I'm terrified to see his name again next to another little girl's name because nobody loves him.
I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Family game night can be so much fun, but it can also be very educational. That's according to a new study published in the journal Early Years. Researchers reviewed 19 studies that looked at the individual impact of 25 games on learning, and they found that board games can help youngsters grow stronger math abilities. In just over 30% of the games, kids saw a significant improvement in math ability compared with those who did not play them. The study includes games such as dominoes, chutes and ladders, and the Great Race.
I feel like I've learned my biggest life lessons from a good euchre tournament. Patience, kindness,
strategy, teamwork.
how not to curse at your family members.
Restraint.
Yes, yes, very important lessons.
How to handle your alcohol. That's me.
No,
That's me. You got to pace
can't
yourself.
drink when you're playing
You got to
euchre.
pace yourself. I know you can get in real trouble.
You're going to get seriously euchred.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that Christmas Day story later.
Yeah, they used to call it confidence juice when I was playing euchre.
Well, liquid courage.
Right.
I'm a risk taker if I have an old fashioned while I'm playing euchre.
Yeah. Know
Not
your
a
limits,
good,
folks.
Not a good. Let's turn it over to Kelly Slifka now. He's got your first warn weather. How's it feeling outside, Kelly?
You know, speaking of risk, I don't know if you remember that game, but I think we're still playing that game from 1984 when we were younger because that game takes forever to finish. Not done yet. I tell you what, we've got a nice morning out here. We've got clear skies. I know we really need the rain. Some folks up in northern Wisconsin did actually get some pretty good rainfall amounts, but also that came at a cost. Had some hail reports, actually fairly numerous hail reports across northern parts of the state. As those showers moved down into southern Wisconsin, a lot of those fizzled, and you know, we didn't get a whole lot. We did see a little bit of rain move right through downtown Madison. You go either side of Dane County, either side of Madison. Hardly a drop. Maybe saw some lightning or heard some thunder overnight, but you can see that narrow strip of rain that fell right over the Madison area, right downtown basically, then over toward Monona, then moved over there toward Fort Atkinson. But either side of that, hardly anything. And boy, do we need it. We just got this bullseye. The drought monitor, as of last week anyway, has that extreme drought right over Dane County, up into Sauk County, northeastern Iowa County, even into western Jefferson County. We got some rain in our forecast tomorrow. It looks like the best chances are going to be coming in just before the sun comes up tomorrow morning, and about this time tomorrow morning up until about the noon hour. Then the chance of rain starts to diminish. So it looks like all of us have at least a good chance of seeing some rain going into tomorrow. We need it. The front that brought us a little bit of that rain overnight is now down to our south. You see all that area of rain up into Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota? That's a system that'll arrive late tonight, well after midnight, and bring us a shot for some rain widespread across southern Wisconsin. Is it going to be a drought buster? By no means, but we could be talking about a quarter, half, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain as you get closer toward the Illinois border. Could be talking about upwards of an inch. So it looks like the southern areas of the state are going to see the most amount coming in. Sunshine right now, 84 degrees. The average is 82, so we're pretty close to our average. And we've got sunshine today, not quite as hot as yesterday. Good chance for that rain moving through tomorrow morning. And then we have another decent chance on Friday. After that, it looks just hot and dry. 64 in the Adele, 65 in Madison right now, 66 in Janesville. So it's a mild start to our morning. The sun will be out in full force. You might notice a little bit of haze from some of the smoke of the wildfires today because of that northerly wind bringing in some of that smoke from those wildfires in Canada. Temperatures today in the low to mid 80s, a lot of sunshine. So starting off tomorrow morning, you might start to see some rain moving in fairly quickly as this cluster of storms moves out of Iowa, tracking across southern Wisconsin throughout the morning hours. Hopefully we all get in on some of this rain. Heavier rains, though, stay near the Illinois border. A lot of this should be onto the east by the noon hour. And then we're just looking at cooler conditions with temperatures only in the 70s tomorrow because of that rain throughout the morning hours and cloud cover for most of the afternoon as well. First warm forecast brings in that good chance of rain tomorrow. Just a slight chance Thursday. A better chance again coming our way on Friday. After that, it looks fairly dry for the weekend into much of next week, and we're going to heat up back in the upper 80s and low 90s.
All right. Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We appreciate it. 6:46. We're in the 6:08 with a follow-up on a local woman working to make a difference in the dog training world.
Josh Pryder is here with the story. It's a follow-up in the 6:08. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Yeah, you'll remember we first brought you this piece 2 years ago on Copper Ridge dog training. What was once a quote-unquote basement business now has a brand new on-site location in Madison. Photojournalist Mark Schilling takes us inside.
We started out of the home, which was great because during COVID, we needed to stay small. When we were getting more requests than we had space for, we started scheduling months out. And so we hired a full-time staff, we got her trained up, and then we were like, okay, we're ready to move forward. My goal was always to build a team, have a facility where we could really bring people in and train a large amount of dogs. And having this space allows us to do that now. My dog's name is Copper. When I got him, he was really reactive. He had a lot of separation anxiety. So I dealt with a lot of the stress that these families deal with. I want them to see that you don't have to just feel stuck with these behaviors. You can enjoy the dog the way that you would like to, and we can help you get there. Day training we're actually the first program in the state to offer this program. It's essentially like school for dogs. You drop your dog off in the morning, they train all day with us, and then we send them home in the evening. During that process, we're doing all the heavy lifting of teaching the dogs all of their commands, any skills that they need to learn.
Augie, come. Good boy.
But then the family every week is getting a lesson. So we're bringing them right along and saying, here's what your dog is practicing. Here's what we want you to go home and practice tonight. And it gives dogs so much more freedom and joy in their lives. They're able to get out of the house if they can walk well on leash. They're able to go to their family's outings and their kids' soccer games if they have these skills to listen around distractions and to just follow their family around in their activities. Everybody ends up having more fun. This is our graduate wall. These are all dogs that we have worked with and have completed our programs, either our day training or our private lessons or our puppy programs. Augie and Nico, they were a really fun pair. They came from the same family. Really nervous dogs, really anxious, and so it was really fun to take two dogs from the same household and teach the family how to work with just two very different energies and attitudes, and help them just develop them into really fun dogs that they can take everywhere. It's really fun to look at this wall and just be reminded of all of the dogs that we've worked with and the families that we've been able to build relationships with.
Trixie, you are so cute.
That was photojournalist Mark Schilling with that story. Coming up this Saturday, July 15th, Copper Ridge will be having an open house from 9 a.m. to noon. So if you're interested, just go to this link at channel3000.com. We love to see our local businesses doing amazing things, starting from practically nothing. I mean, in her basement to now an on-site location, guys, in just 2 years. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and just for your information, Josh, golden doodles need a lot of training.
I know they do.
In case you're interested in that.
They're super needy like me. That's why I want one so much.
Yeah, that's top of Josh's list is a golden doodle.
I think you're going to have your work cut out for you, as it is, you know.
I think so, too.
Planning a wedding, new house.
A lot of things happen. I just want a little buddy.
Little dream life. You can borrow Bascom anytime. Or
so much hair, though.
Stanford's little ankle biters.
Anytime, Josh.
Sounds like a party.
Josh, thank you very much.
Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Stay with us. The Morning Sprint is up next.
And if you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Lean back and enjoy the summer savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. The more you spend, the more you can save instantly. So furnish an entire room with the most comfortable seating in the world and watch the savings add up. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too.
And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other.
That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Cool the kids and calm yourself with ceiling fans in your bedrooms from Madison Lighting. This energy-saving appliance will earn its keep. Quiet, efficient, and on sale for just a few more days at Madison Lighting. Hurry.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee-owned.
We are Barnes.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced residential landscape designers work together with you to make any vision come to life. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Find your new e-bicycle at Machinery Row Bicycles.
6:53 time for the morning sprint.
400 acres burned in central Wisconsin, and the fire that did it now 99% contained this morning. The DNR says there is still unburned fuel in the containment area. This is in Coloma. Around 30 people, mostly Amish, have had to be evacuated. It all started from a pallet fire somewhere along Highway 21. In Chippewa Falls, workers at the Leinenkugel's brewery are on strike. Leinenkugel's, of course, popular beer that's headquartered here in Wisconsin. The local 662 union says they're striking for competitive wages and a fair contract. The company says they've offered higher than local market rates and are hoping for a solution that benefits everyone.
Plans for a new high school in Monroe are moving forward after an informational meeting last night. But some taxpayers still feel duped by the referendum to pay for it. Voters have already approved the $88 million plan, but it ended up costing them hundreds of dollars more a year than what was advertised. A public vote on the new site of the high school is now scheduled for Monday at 6:30 in the high school gym.
To a crash we reported on yesterday, causing a big backup on I-90. Crews were responding to an injured driver after they collided with a flatbed semi-trailer that had become detached. The driver hit the back of the trailer and then needed to be extracted from their vehicle. They're in the hospital with serious injuries.
Congressman Brian Stile trying to increase confidence for national elections. He just introduced the ACE Act. The act would give election officials Social Security death lists, improve speed for overseas military vote counting, and it would make it easier for states to use Real ID to confirm citizenship. He introduced the bill while the House Administration Committee was on a field trip in Atlanta, Georgia.
The Milwaukee Common Council will vote tonight on whether to implement a 2% sales tax, saving the city from bankruptcy, but raising costs for the lower and middle class. Of the 15 alders in the city, 10 yes votes are needed. If the vote passes, households in the city will pay hundreds more per year. If it fails, more than 1,000 fire, police, and city employees will need to be laid off.
All right, good morning. Coming up at 7 o'clock, we do have the sun out. So you might notice a little bit of a milkish white. That is some of the smoke from the wildfires coming in from Canada. We do have a northerly wind today, but it's still going to be a warm afternoon as we get into the mid-80s. Some of us saw a little rain last night. We've got a better shot for some widespread showers, some thunderstorms, especially tomorrow morning. Another good chance on Friday. Otherwise, it's going to be warm and heating up much of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
We'll have a news and weather update in 30 minutes.